everybody, Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. 2,500 point battle, Lord Tremendous, that's me, the Warriors of Chaos, versus Lord Kendrin Moonstone, my high elf nemesis. Oh, these battles are always frustrating, because he's so good. But, yeah, we got another game in, and it was a hell of a game, let me tell you. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you. Sit back, relax, and get ready to watch. This is my list, more of the same from the last battle report. I have my Chaos Lord as Lord Tremendous. He's still got the Mark of Tzeentch. He's on a demonic mount that's Barded. He's got a great weapon, Armor of Fortune, Dawnstone, other Trickster Shards, Scaled Skin, and Soul Feeder. And of course my Sorcerer Lord, the Jade Mage. He's a level 3 wizard with the Charm Shield and the Laura Medal. My hero choices are still my Exalted Hero, Tardum, the Herald of Tzeentch. He's got the Mark of Tzeentch. He's my BSB. He's on a demonic mount with a great weapon, Talisman of Preservation, and Third Eye of Tzeentch. And of course, my Chaos Sorcerer, Ashkus the Muse. He's got the Mark of Slaanesh. He's a level 2 wizard. He's on a Steed of Slaanesh, the Slickness. He's got an Enchanted Shield, the Skull of Catan, and uses the Lore of Slaanesh. My core choices are a unit of 5 Chaos Warhounds with Scaly Skin, a unit of 12 Chaos Warriors, Jade's Shards, with Mark of Tzeentch full command, hand weapon shield, and the Gleaming Pendant. 3 chariots, 1 Mark Tzeentch, the Vessel of Change, 1 Mark Slaanesh, Orcish Elegance, and of course 1 Mark Khorne, and his name is not available yet. Well, he's going to be called Rock and Roll, and you'll see why next battle report, actually, battle report 67. My special choices are my 5x Hell Striders, the Pleasure Riders, with Banner Musician, Spears, and Shields. My Chaos Knights, 5 of them, with, or I call them the Teeth of Tzeentch now, with Mark Tzeentch, Banner, and the Banner of Eternal Flame. I had to lose the Musician in order to get the Banner of Eternal Flame on, because I wanted flaming attacks in my army somewhere. And my rare choices were my Hell Cannon, and of course, the Mutalith Vortex. Gotta love the beast. My opponent's list is a slightly new list, actually. I shouldn't say his usual list, because it's not. It's a slightly better list, in my opinion. Worked really well for him. You'll see why. But he's got his Sorcerer Lord, Archmage, whatever you want to call it, Lord Kendrin Moonstone, level 4 Wizard, Talisman of Preservation, Crown of Command, Shrieking Blade, and the Laura Medal. His hero choices were a Sorcerer, Lady Crystal Rathiel, level 2 Wizard, Kane's Ring of Fury, and a Dispel Scroll. He had a Noble, Lord Thomas Highborn, with Dragon Armor, BSB, Sword of Might, and the Shield of Murworm. The shield that lets you parry no matter what, and it gives you a 4-up save. And he's got another Noble, Lord Baelor Longshadow, with Dragon Armor, Ogre Blade, Enchanted Shield, and he's on an Elf Steed now that's Barded. His core choices are 10 Silver Helms with full command, 19 Archers with a Musician, 2 units of 5 Valerian Reavers with Musician and Bows. His special choices consist of 20 Phoenix Guard with full command and a Banner of Eternal Flame, 20 White Lions with full command and the Banner of the World Dragon. And his rare choices are a Frostheart Phoenix and 2 Bolt Throwers. Here are my spells, 3 from Metal, 2 from Slaanesh, and 1 from the Mutalith. And here are his spells, a whole bunch from Metal, a couple from Beasts, I believe. And yeah, that's pretty much... Well, he's also got the Rings Cane of Fury. Here's deployment. As you can see, for the most part, my warriors were going right back into the house. It worked out so well last game, I figured why not. My Hellstriders moved up to deal with his fast cav. I left the dogs behind the house there because there was nothing I was going to do with them. He's got 19 archers. I could throw the dogs up there, watch them get killed, and watch them panic something important off the table. I figured behind the house there was no way he could shoot them before the warriors get into the house. And once they're in the house, they're not fleeing out of it. My BSB was close by the house just in case they did need to take the panic check. But for the most part, the dogs are going to be useless in this game, so I left them behind the house pretty much the whole game. In the middle, though, I've got my 3 chariots with the Mutalith in the middle just to give a little extra punch. The knights were getting ready to do something. And my lord was sitting over there to deal with his phoenix because I figured either the BSB or the lord were the best choices for that. Here's my opponent's right flank. That blank base on our left is his Frost Phoenix. He's got one. He just didn't. He couldn't get it to fit on that stupid little plastic peg that GW sends. So he's got to do some modifications to it before the stupid thing finally fits. But it's there. It's just in stealth mode. Right there to their right are 5 Reavers, followed by a Bolt Thrower. Right here is or here's his center. I'm sorry. Here's a better shot. Back left there is his Bolt Thrower. In front of them are his Silver Helm with the Noble in there. Right next to them is his big old unit of White Lions. Right next to him is the Phoenix Guard with his little level 4. Well, I think that's his level 4 mage in there. I'm almost positive of that. I could be wrong. I don't know. One of his mages are in with the Phoenix Guard. I believe it's his level 2, actually. His level 4 is in with his archers that are right next to them, and behind them is his second Bolt Thrower. And here's his left flank, just 5 more Reavers. You know, they're elves. They do their thing. Here's my right flank. Top right there is Ashicus with his Hellstriders. There, right there in the middle are my warriors with my Sorcerer Lord, the Jade Mage and his shards, getting ready to go inside the house. There are the dogs, and they're just going to watch the backyard. You know, they're just outside to go to the bathroom, use the potty, whatever. And right there, that big metal contraption right there is not only my Hell Cannon, but if my opponent annoys me, I can always bludgeon him to death with that 800-pound hunk of metal, which is one of the things that I love about it. Of course, I like this opponent, so I would never hit him with that. Plus, I'm pretty sure he could take me, so, you know, he's got a lot of things going for him. Here's my center. On the right there is most of my BSB. Then right next to, well, to his left anyway, is my Slaanesh Chariot, Orcish Elegance. Right next to him is my Tzeentch Chariot, Vessel of Change. There's Da Beast. And right next to them will be the proxy for my Khorne Chariot. And, of course, my left flank. On the right there are my Knights. And all the way to the left is my Chaos Lord, Tremendous. Here's top of 1 after movement, and shock horror, I didn't get to go first. He moves up slightly, not much though. His Silver Helm come up a little bit, his Phoenix readjusts over to be behind the Silver Helm. You can see the base back there. The White Lions move up slightly. I don't know if the Phoenix Guard moved at all, to be honest, and that's really about it. During his magic phase, he gets Wizen's Wild Form off on this unit of Fast Cav. He knows I'm going to charge. He knows I have to charge or they're just going to shoot me off the table for the rest of the game. So I will. His magic is washed, but speaking of shooting, he takes a couple of my Hellstriders out with the Fast Cav that barely moved. So that sucked. So we go to bottom of 1 after movement, and as you can see, I do what I always do, and I move the hell up. My BSB and my General move up, pretty much saying, we effing dare you to charge. The Khorne Chariot and the Knights stay right where they are because the Silver Helm, they need a 9 or a 10. I thought they needed a 10. Turns out they're movement 9, so I think they need a 9 to hit me, an 8 or a 9 to hit me. Meanwhile, my Tzeentch and my Slaanesh Chariot move up to get a better angle off on the White Lions. The Hell Cannon passes his leadership check thanks to the BSB and gets ready to shoot something. And the Hellstriders charge into the Illyrian Reavers while the Warriors and the Jade Mage go inside the house. Here's a better picture of the Hellstriders slamming into the Reavers. They do stand and shoot, and they miss. My magic doesn't work, but my shooting certainly does, and the Hell Cannon hits directly onto the archers. And kaboom! We gut that unit. It goes from 19 to 9 in one single plop, which I was pretty happy about. Unfortunately, they passed their -1 leadership check, but it is what it is. I'm happy that 10 of them died. In combat over here, I get destroyed. I think I kill 1 Reaver. They kill the rest of my Hellstriders, but Ashicus, even with like a leadership 5, I roll like a 2 or a 3 and he stays. It was glorious. So here's top of 2 after movement, and there's a little bit more. His Phoenix charges my Lord, which is fine. He stayed. And then his Silver Helm, needing a 9, I think, to hit my Chariot. It's Khorne, so I can't flee or anything like that. It stands, he charges, and he rolls boxcars. Plus, I think, another 6. I think he rolled 2 6s and a 5, or something ridiculous. He makes it with room to spare. And, God, I didn't see that coming. So, already things are going just peaches for me, let me tell you. Other than that, nothing else really moves. His Phoenix comes up, his Silver Helm comes up, his other unit of Fast Cav run around to harass stuff. That's really about it. There's a better picture of the Silverhelms getting ready to decimate my chariot. And there's a picture of the Invisible Phoenix getting ready to punch my general in the face. I'm not sure if this was during magic or shooting. I think it was shooting, but they fire at the Slaanesh chariot and put a couple wounds on it. And then in combat, Ashkus is able to pretty much stand his ground. Nothing really happens. He wins by 1 because he has a musician and I don't anymore. So I lose by 1 and I'm still able to stick it out. So that was pretty cool. Over here in combat, they literally destroy my chariot. They just decimate him. There's nothing I can do. And then they overrun and they're able to clip my knights, so he gets into the knights. And yeah, things are just going from bad to worse over here. Speaking of bad to worse, there goes my beast. He flees away from the combat after the chariot gets destroyed. And that pretty much sets the tempo of how this game is going to go. So if you had any kind of high hopes or anything like that, I'm sorry, spoiler alert. Yeah, it's going to go left field for the rest of the game. But you do get to see me get my ass kicked, so that's kind of fun too, huh? In combat over here, however, the Phoenix flubs, and my Lord is able to put 2 wounds through on him. And then the Phoenix fails his panic check and flees, and the general is able to run him the hell down, which was good. At least something went my way during this turn. I felt pretty good about that. It's always good to kill a big old monster, you know? But then we go to bottom of 2 after movement, and as you can see, the beast did not rally. Yeah, did not rally at all. Meanwhile, my general, my BSB, and both my chariots charge the White Lions, and only my general makes it. That's right, I'll say it again, only my general makes it, so awesome. Other than that, the Hell Cannon stays put, the warriors stay put, the Ashkus is in combat, and the beast is fleeing. The knights are in combat, and it's all going just beautifully. Yep, there's a better picture of the general going, aw, damn. Yeah. Everyone else fails their charges. Both chariots and my BSB are just like, hey, we suck. During my magic phase, I'm able to get Acquiescence off on the fast cav, which negates their ability to always strike first. I mean, they still strike in initiative order, but it makes it so they don't get their rerolls anymore, which is good because Ashkus is, you know, he's losing combat by at least 1. However, with the Acquiescence off, I'm able to kill 2 more of his guys. I know Acquiescence had nothing to do with that, but it still felt pretty good. And although they do lose 2 more of their guys, I think I win by 1 or 2, but he makes his break check no problem and stays. Meanwhile, over here, my general gets a hold of his unit champion and pounds him into the dirt, and gets +1 armor save for his trouble on the Eye of the Gods chart, which is great because he's already got a 1-up armor save, so damn. Over here, however, my knights get just clobbered by the Silverhelms, and I mean clobbered. I think 2 of them die, 2 or 3, no, 3 knights die. No, 2 knights die, I'm sorry, 2 knights die. I'm only able to kill 1 of his guys with charge, rank, banner, 2 wounds to banner wound. I'm not exactly sitting pretty with combat res. I lose. I break, and I don't remember if he runs me down or if I flee off the table, but the knights are destroyed. So the Silverhelm have effectively gutted my center. They destroyed my chariot of corn, they destroyed my knights, and they've taken 1 wound for their troubles. Yeah, next time I see Silverhelm, guess where the Hell Cannon's aiming? So here's bottom of 3 after movement, and it's the worst parts of the Bible. The Phoenix Guard charge into BSB, the archers no longer afraid of anything, move up to take better shot at whatever. The other Illyrian Reavers run over to deal with the chariots. Meanwhile, the Silverhelm turn to either go after the Mutalith and chase him off the table, or hit up the Hell Cannon and just finish this game quick. There's a better picture of Tardam getting ready to just lose his voice. During his magic phase, he rolls like a 10 to a 12 for his power dice. I don't remember exactly how many it was, but it was exactly enough to completely screw me. He gets Enchanted Blades off on his White Lions, and then he gets Transmutation of Lead off on my General, effectively cutting his armor save from a 1-up to a 3-up. So I think... yeah, with -3 or 4 to my armor save. No, it's -3 to my armor save. I have a 6-up, 6-up, 4-up. against White Lions right now, which is about as bad as it gets, other than not having a save at all. So that's looking great. Right here, his shooting finishes off the Slanesh Chariot. Luckily, the Tzeentch Chariot doesn't panic, but it wouldn't have really mattered at this point. Over here, Ashicus is able to kill off one more Reaver in order to win this combat. And he wins by one. It breaks, it flees, it gets away. However, when he bounces through the impassable terrain of the hut, he takes a dangerous terrain check, rolls a 1, and dies. So I get 12 points. Yay! Over here, my BSB has to issue a challenge. He accepts with his unit champion. I wound that son of a gun 5 times. He's got a 4-up ward save. He made all 5 of his ward saves. All 5. Didn't fail 1. And so, charge, 3 ranks, banner to banner. I lose by 4. I do not roll the 4 that I need. I break and I die because I'm a BSB. So there goes a character. Over here, the White Lions are easily able to put 3 wounds through on my general because a 4-up ward save means crap when you're a failure. So, yeah, I lose my chariot, my Slanesh Chariot, I lose my BSB and my general all in the same turn. I am being outplayed so beautifully here. I really feel like I should give him money or something like that, because when you give it up this sweet, the individual deserves an award or something, because wow, he's kicking my ass. I mean, just carte blanche kicking my ass too. So, yeah, here's bottom of 3 after movement, and since everything's dead now anyway, I have like 4 units left on the table out of like 10 or 11. Ashicus just kind of turns around to face the archers. The Tzeentch Chariot charges into the White Lions because I just don't give a damn anymore. And the Hell Cannon gets ready to shoot. Meanwhile, the Warriors and the Sorcerer Lord stay in the house because he's going to have to come after me. I'm not going to give it up any easier than I already am. Magic is a joke, so we go straight to shooting, and believe it or not, I aimed at the Phoenix Guard, and as you can see from the scatter and artillery die, it goes 10 inches back over to the archers. So it just was not the archers' game. It does hit them, and it does a decent amount of wounds. It kills all but 5 of them. So I'll take it. They do pass their panic check at -1 again, so it is what it is. Right here, my chariot actually does a ton of wounds to the White Lions, but gets cut down in turn because they're still strength 6 against my toughness fail. So we end up over here at top of 4 after movement. And for the most part, it is still pretty much going downhill. His Silver Helms charge into the flank of the Hell Cannon. His archers turn around to look at Ashicus, and the rest of his army pretty much just starts encroaching on the house to get that evil infestation of warriors out of there, as well as my Jade Mage, and probably deal with the dogs that are doing nothing but playing in the backyard, which is just rude. Just elves are so rude. Magic in shooting, well, his magic phase is actually quite powerful. He boosts his Silver Helms up and gets a couple of spells off, but I forget to take pictures because I'm crying. And but here's a better picture right here of his Silver Helm and his Noble just mulching the Hell Cannon, just destroying it like it's toughness 1, and there's nothing I can do about it. I think he got enchanted blades off on his Silver Helm again. So yeah, now the Hell Cannon's dead. They don't bother overrunning into the house because he doesn't want to send Cav into the house, so we go to bottom of 4. And Ashicus throws caution to the wind and charges the 5 remaining archers, and that's it. That's all I've got left. It's shameful, but I report the truth. Kind of. There's a better picture right there of Ashicus in with the archers, and hey, why not? Maybe I can kill 5 more elves. Just try to give myself a little bit of an unfair advantage. I get enchanted blades off on him, because why not? And I'm able to kill 2 more elves, which is pretty good for a sorcerer on a steed, you know? It's not too bad at all. But, you know, that I only think I win by 2 charge and 2 wounds to the banner, because I don't take any, you know, wounds from my trouble. I do have a 1-up armor save. So, yeah, they lose by like 2, and with the Lord and the BSB real close, they're easily able to make their break check, and they stay. So that sucks. So we go to top of 5, and things are really moving now because everything just kind of looks over. The Reavers fly in to kill the dogs, and his Phoenix Guard move in to try to magic the warriors out of the house. And that's really about it. During the shooting phase, 1 dog gets killed for absolutely no reason. And Ashikis dies. I guess, yeah. He ends up losing. I do one. He does one. He's got his musician still and a banner. I end up losing by one. I roll a 9. I flee and I get caught and run down. So then there were the warriors with the Jade Mage. And we go to bottom of 5. And I don't move at all because everything's in the house. I'm able to get final transmutation off on the Phoenix Guard, and I'm able to kill like 6 or 7 of them. Not enough to do anything. And then we go to top of 6, and they move. Everything moves up a little bit closer, but that's really about it. The archers do end up failing their stupidity check thanks to final transmutation on the Phoenix Guard. And right here, as you can see, the Silverhelm also failed their stupidity check, so that's something at least. You know, I show the true greed of High Elves, and that's good for demoralization and stuff like that. But his Lore of Metal unit is able to easily get final transmutation off of my warriors. And yeah, I lose 2, so that sucks. The resulting miscast of a 9 puts a wound on his sorcerer, and that's it. The other sorcerer makes his war check, or I roll a 1 to wound. Something happens where it doesn't really matter. And then in combat, I'm sorry, his Reavers did charge the dogs in combat. He kills 2, the dogs do nothing back, they break, they run off the table, and he doesn't bother to pursue because who cares, it's 35 points of dogs. At this point, it's the end of the game because I'm stupid. I fail my first leadership check. I use the Gleaming Pendant, and I fail my second leadership check. They're stupid in the house. They just turn the TV back on and forget that they're in combat. So there it is right there. There's the end of the game. And if this went any worse for me, maybe I would have spontaneously combusted. I really don't know. But we'll get to my griping and moaning in a minute because right now it's time for a quick timeout. Banners, banners, banners. Look at the banners. I know you want the banners. I know you need the banners. I know you can't live without the banners. So stop trying. Send this guy an email. Check him out on Facebook. Hell, he's got a Pinterest account. Check him out, guys. He's got solid, excellent quality banners for sale. They're good price. You're going to spend more on fast food than you are on one of these banners. They are outstanding. Check him. Don't take my word for it. Don't take this picture for it. Go to his Facebook page. Check him out. And after you're done checking him out, leave him a message. Just tell him what you're looking for. Tell him what you're thinking. And he'll give you a concept idea. And you're going to fall in love with it. And you're going to want it. And you're going to get it. Because why? You can't live without it. Send this guy an email. Check him out on Facebook. Get a banner. It's totally worth it. Tokens, fellas. Tokens, tokens, tokens. Wound counters, augment markers, hex markers, every status, ailment, and effect you can think of, from not being able to move to the lore attributes to the lore hexes and bonuses that they provide. Everything that you can think of that you could need a marker for, that we use dice for, Token Grail makes the tokens. Send her an email, tell her what you need. Any gaming system, from Magic the Gathering to Infinity to Malifaux to 40k to Fantasy, whatever you need tokens for, she will make them, and they come out they're flawless. Look at them. They're the glass beads. They magnify the words in the picture, so they're really easy to see from, you know, the tabletop and everything like that. They're a lot more accurate than dice, and they're dirt cheap, guys. She sells them for less than $10 a kit. Dirt cheap prices, solid gold quality. Totally worth it. Send her an email, get yourself some tokens. The only request that I make is that if you are overseas, if you're outside of America, before you send her an email, you have to understand that shipping prices are through the roof. So as long as you're okay with paying like $30+ shipping fees, don't send her an email, because it's just going to waste both your times. But if you are in America or you don't mind high shipping fees, then by all means, send her an email, get yourself some tokens. Totally worth it. So, yeah, a huge, massive, disgusting loss for Lord Tremendous. Just, oh my. Oh my. To quote one of my favorite movies, I haven't been effed like that since grade school. I mean, it was just horrible how easily he walked through me. Kind of entertaining though, a little funny. I'm sure there was some laughs, at my expense throughout this, but holy God, it's just everything that could have went his way did. And don't get me wrong, he's a good opponent, so there's no shame in this loss, but it hurt my feelings a little bit. I won't lie to you. I ended up losing everything except for my warriors and the Jade Mage, and that's just because they hung out in the house. The High Elves lost the Phoenix and one unit of fast cab. Other than that, I didn't get any points because that's the way I play. It's all or nothing, right? I went with nothing on this one. Turned out it was a bad choice. Yeah, this game went downhill from turn one. I couldn't believe how badly I did, but it is what it is. Whatever. Those Silver Helm were on white hot fire. I could do nothing to them. I should have fired magic and everything at them the minute I saw them on the table, and I did not give them the respect they deserved, and so they took the respect they deserved, and ooh, they took it hard. Lore Metal, still like it better than anything else. Damn the Lore Death, damn everything else. I'm going to stick with the Lore Metal because I'm learning. And all in all, though, it was still a fun game. I did still get to kill a handful of elves, so that's something. I took my whole army to do it, but it all comes down to the tactic of breaking your opponent's hand with your face. Yeah, I got to work on my tactics. But looking forward to the rematch. An amazing opponent. It's a really good list. I like what he's bringing, so looking forward to that rematch because now I've got like a little bit of a grudge against him. I've got to try to do something more to him. Maybe I'll try to kill 3 units next time. Woo! But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this battle report number 66. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys are still enjoying them as much as I'm enjoying making them. But of course, as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comments section below, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.